The morning mist drapes the Rio Grande de Mindanao, whispering stories from the highlands to the Sulu Sea. The scent of earth and flowers fills the air, a signature of Mindanao's natural beauty and cultural richness. Golden mosque domes and ancient Spanish forts stand as testaments to centuries of faith and resistance. In bustling markets, vibrant malongs and taboli weaves tell stories of identity and heritage. The clang of kulintang and the grace of Pangalay dance echo a living, resilient culture. Here, ancient beliefs blend with Islam and Christianity, creating a spiritual mosaic. Mindanao is not a separate chapter, but the heart of the Filipino story, of kings, sultans, warriors and peacemakers. Its people carry history in every song, every movement, every tradition. This is the last unconquered kingdom, a saga of courage and identity still unfolding. To understand the Philippines, you must first listen to Mindanao's enduring soul. Before Spanish galleons, Arab, Persian and Malay traders sailed Mindanao's shores, bringing silk, spices, and Islam. Islam arrived not by conquest but through trade, alliances and intermarriage blending with local customs. Datus welcomed Muslim traders, gaining prosperity and new systems of law and governance. The faith's teachings of justice and community resonated first among rulers, then their people. Missionaries like Sharif Makdum built the first mosques, marrying into local nobility and strengthening ties. Islam's spread was gradual, peaceful and transformative, creating a new blended elite. For Mindanao, Islam is ancestral, not colonial, a heritage chosen, not imposed. This stands in stark contrast to the forced Christianization of Luzon and the Visayas. The Moro identity is rooted in this peaceful adoption, fueling their later resistance. Islam became the bedrock of strength in the face of centuries of conflict. Islam's arrival transformed Mindanao's scattered chiefdoms into powerful sultanates. The sultanates of Sulu and Maguindanao emerged as sophisticated maritime kingdoms, commanding trade and diplomacy. Sulu's thalassocracy ruled the seas, trading pearls and commanding tribute from Borneo to the Spice Islands. Maguindanao thrived along the Pulangi River, uniting communities through agriculture and riverine warfare. These sultanates balanced agricultural wealth with maritime power, forging alliances across Southeast Asia. They exchanged ambassadors, signed treaties, and married into royal families, building a regional network. When the Spanish arrived, they faced not tribes, but organized states with armies and international allies. The sultanates were ready to defend their sovereignty, faith, and way of life. Their power was rooted in unity, diplomacy, and mastery of land and sea. Mindanao's kingdoms were formidable, long before colonizers set foot on their shores. The stage was set for a centuries-long struggle for independence. The Spanish came to Mindanao seeking conquest, but met fierce, organized resistance. Unlike Luzon and the Visayas, Mindanao's sultanates united against the invaders, sparking the centuries-long Spanish-Moro Wars. The Spanish built forts and launched expeditions, but the Moros retaliated with swift raids and unyielding defiance. Their knowledge of land and sea and their unity made them formidable opponents. The Moros' resistance was a community effort, men, women and children united in defense. For over 3 centuries, Mindanao remained largely unconquered. Spanish control never reached the interior. The cost was high, but the Moros never surrendered their sovereignty. This legacy of resistance forged a proud, resilient identity, one that endures today. The Unbroken Shield of Mindanao is a testament to unity, courage, and the will to remain free. Their story is not just of war, but of a people who refused to be conquered. The Spanish left forts but never broke the spirit of Mindanao. The Moros' defiance shaped the island's destiny and identity. Mindanao's shield remains unbroken, a symbol of enduring freedom. The unconquered kingdom stands as a powerful chapter in Filipino history. Sultan Muhammad Dipatuan Kudarat stands as a beacon of Moro resistance. He saw the Spanish threat clearly not just as conquerors, but as erasers of the Moro way of life. Kudarat's greatest weapon was unity. He forged alliances among Moro and Lumad groups. His legendary speech to the Maranao Datus warned of the misery of subjugation and the loss of ancestral freedom. He inspired pride, faith, and collective identity, urging them to reject Spanish rule. This alliance became a turning point, creating a united front the Spanish could not break. Kudarat's legacy is visionary leadership fighting for all Mindanao, not just his own kingdom. Today, he is honored as a national hero, a symbol of indigenous resistance and unity. Moro resistance thrived on 3 pillars: deep faith, martial skill, and solidarity. Islam unified diverse groups, giving warriors a sacred purpose and courage in battle. Mosques became centers of community and resistance. Moro fighters mastered land and sea, using swift vessels and guerrilla tactics to outmaneuver the Spanish. Their weapons and warfare were honed over generations, blending tradition with innovation. Rival sultanates set aside differences to unite against a common enemy. Solidarity extended to Lumad allies, creating a resilient, shifting opposition. This unity ensured Mindanao never fully fell to colonial rule. The Moro struggle was a blend of faith, skill, and collective will. Today, Mindanao is a tapestry of cultures: Moro, Lumad, and Christian settlers. The Moro people, united by Islam and history, remain central to the island's identity. The Lumad, Mindanao's original inhabitants, continue to protect their ancestral lands and traditions. Christian settlers, now the majority in many areas, have transformed the island's economy and politics. This diversity brings both challenges and opportunities, with land disputes and cultural tensions shaping the present. Yet stories of cooperation and shared community abound. Mindanao's future depends on healing old wounds and embracing its rich diversity. Building a society where every culture is respected is the island's greatest challenge and hope. Mindanao's story is not just one of conflict but of resilience, faith, and hope. The creation of the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region marks a historic step toward justice and self-determination. Peacebuilding now happens at every level, from government halls to grassroots communities. Interfaith dialogues and civil society efforts foster understanding and opportunity. Young people use art and media to bridge divides and imagine a shared future. The work of peace is slow, but hope is real for the first time in generations. Mindanao's future depends on all Filipinos, on listening, learning, and embracing diversity. By honoring Mindanao's past and supporting its aspirations, we strengthen the nation as a whole. The last unconquered kingdom now seeks to conquer its greatest challenge: lasting peace. In Mindanao's journey, the Filipino spirit finds its wholeness.